My name is Maia, and I'm a University of Maryland graduate student, and I was a trip leader for an alternative winter break trip to Cusco, Peru. We had actually two parts of the day. The first part in the morning, we would volunteer in different community sites and in pairs, or 3 or 4 people, depending on the size of the community we were partnering with. I personally volunteered in a center for niñas, so girls' home basically. It was just a house with 4 different floors, and little girls lived there from, actually there was a 1-month-old baby up to 18-year-old girls that stayed in this home. So it was really great to be a part of that experience and just lend a helping hand. For the other people in my group, UBELONG helped us set up with different community partners, and so they either worked in a center for children with disabilities, mostly feeding them, playing with them, and just brightening up their days. And some of our participants volunteered at a sport camp, so they played different activities with the children. And then the last part of the group taught at a school, at a summer school, because winter here, but it was summer in Cusco when we were there, so they taught at the summer school. And then in the evenings we all came together and we volunteered at a school painting. So I really wanted this experience to have a part of it where the group came together, so that's the reason we decided to plan this painting kind of project at a local school. A little bit of a sustainable piece too, because we're leaving behind some of our work and making that environment better for children. One of the greatest challenges was in being in a different country with different cultural customs and different ways of operating, especially in Latin America. Yeah, our participants, not all of them spoke Spanish, and I think that was one of the greatest concerns coming into the trip, was what would it look like for individuals that don't speak Spanish and are volunteering abroad. And I would say that even though that was a challenge and there were some difficult times for different people, UBELONG really partnered us with excellent people on site, and that made all the difference. Plan every detail, you know. We really sent out kind of a tentative schedule and worked with UBELONG on making that schedule happen and what we wanted. It was great how accommodating they were, especially being an alternative breaks trip. We have a lot of goals, and I think another part of the advice I would give is establishing learning outcomes. So we really went through and had like a bulleted list of things we wanted our participants to achieve while they were there. And I think that's just kind of coming from a service learning background, where it's not just service, you're also learning about a culture, and you're learning a way where you can continue to help out after this experience. So working with them with those learning outcomes and making sure they're attained was really, really helpful, I think. Also just being adaptable. I mean, anytime you do service, that's probably one of the most important things, is knowing that things are going to change. You're going to plan and you're going to have these details and they're awesome, but have a backup plan, or be okay with kind of coming up with that backup plan as it happens. Allowing participants time to breathe and time to have fun and enjoy where they are is a huge part of it. And that was a big challenge for our group, as we were volunteering so much. We were very tired, and having those moments for reflection are also really important. So that's where you gain a lot of the learning. We really tried to have conversations about, how are you going to bring this back, and how is this going to affect you when you get back to the US, and what does that mean? I was very impressed with how welcoming Peruvians are, and you know, even though you don't speak Spanish, or you go into this area and you would think that they would be like, who are you and what are you doing here? But no, they were just very embracing, and so it really made me not reevaluate, but I'm trying to think of the word, like I was reminded of like human kindness and love, as sappy as that sounds, but yeah. UBELONG really kind of showed us this sort of, or provided us with this confidence, and we knew that we were well connected with the community at that point, and clearly we were, because we had such an amazing experience. And so now, being through, you know, it now, I would definitely work with them again, just because they know the local partners, but also gives you as a trip leader the opportunity to really go out and do something you've never experienced before as well. Don't forget to put Lily on there. She's my co-trip leader and we did a lot of this together.